Hello, welcome to this episode of No Blasters. Do you know, I forgot to say hello and welcome, so annoyed me. I'm immediately annoyed. Hello and welcome to this episode of No Blasters with me, Kieran Bartlett. Today's guest is Bangor-based comedy, slightly outside Bangor, Crawfordsburn-based. Don't want to give away your details.
Banger's my hometown.
Bangor's his hometown. Bangor-born.
No,
it's not.
Hollywood reared, Bangor living.
Hollywood reared, Bangor living.
By way of Crawfordsburn,
via Crawfordsburn, Toff, via Sully Upper. Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking love it.
Raise your voices.
It's Dave Elliott, right? Great times. So today's episode, we have a couple of sponsors I want to tell you about, but firstly, let me tell you about our Patreon over at patreon.com/noblasters. Dave near smashed the table there. He broke his hand. One of the best things to look at over on patreon.com/noblasters is, of course, our recent upload of the comedy live podcast. What the fuck is wrong with me? The live podcast that we recorded in Mandela Hall last September. It's up there. We will be dropping the noodle bar half of that soon. We've dropped loads of stuff over Christmas there, specials and fucking all sorts. So get on over there.
Like Santa Claus dropping shit over
Mate,
Patreon.
see,
Wild.
Christmas, the amount of shit we put on Patreon.
You know what I put on my Patreon over Christmas?
What?
Nothing. I was just dying with flu.
See? Value for money at ours, right? Mate, great times. Patreon.com/noblasters. We have loads of fresh episode of No Blasters Extra Time every Thursday over there. Early access to Mysteries with Shane and I. It's a great time. So me and Shane, Shane and I was the wrong use of Shane and I. Anyway,
he's dumb, isn't he?
I feel like I have something going on in here right now. Anyway, today's episode sponsored by the greatest bistro you will ever enter, the greatest cafe you will ever drink in. It's Joxer. Joxer have locations in Hollywood, Bangor and Hillsborough. This is the home of chaffles. I might get chaffles today, the first chaffles of the year. Start off as you mean to go on, covered in maple. So I haven't been in the last few weeks. I was there once in December. It was lovely. I think it was anyway. But do you know what? I'm getting back into that. Anyway, Joxer opens every day between 9 and 4. They open from 5 until late Thursday through Sunday. If you want one of those late tables, it's best to book and best to do that over at resdiary.com. They're doing an unbelievable Caesar salad in there at the minute, and I know in the one in Hillsborough they're selling a po' boy sandwich, which is like a dirty prawn sandwich and like a big bap. It's a great time. So get on over to Joxer, check them out. We love them, they love us. Great coffees and all as well. And nice cocktails. Today's episode, see what I did there? Mm-hmm. Scratching my wee montage. You know what that? Do you ever? Anyway, so you leave some for yourself there. Anyway, so I'm. We're also sponsored by Manscaped.com. Manscaped.com is the very best, the Premier League, the Champions League, the World Cup of male below the belt grimmage.
Yeah, and above the belt, this bounce done by Manscaped. There you go.
Look at that. Is that what you do that with? Is that with the hedger? No, the hedger's the beard.
I did whatever you're promoting.
What do you call the one? I have one that I use on my skull. Is it the hedger?
Probably the hedger for the beard. You've got the handyman, which is the
handyman,
smaller one.
The handyman.
Definitely wasn't.
I do hedger, handyman, weed whacker. Lawnmower, yeah.
And use the weed whacker inside the forsk as well, just to take anything around the
inside where in the forsk. Yeah. Just to take any bits.
Because you know if a hair falls from your head and lands in your ear and other parts, it can embed and grow. So just watch out for that.
I didn't know that until you said that.
So
Dave knows that.
Yeah, sometimes.
So get on over to manscaped.com. I highly recommend the performance package, which has a wee bit of everything that they offer. Has all those different balms and creams and sprays that they do. So the ball toner, the beard oil, and the ball deodorant, all those sorts of things you can buy there. And it all comes
like a Sphinx cat after using Manscaped.
What?
Looks like a Sphinx cat. Just all taut and delicious.
And
hooray.
And use the code NOBLASTERS20 when you're over there for 20% off and free shipping. That's the word NOBLASTERS, the number 20, all one phrase. Link. It's all here. I don't know. Let's get stuck in this episode. Thank you, Manscaped. We love it. fresh pubes.
Can I just say during that ad read, the one thing I couldn't get my head around is you said if you want to go to the cafe for a drink, like who would ever go? Do you want to go to the cafe for a drink?
No, it says it's the best coffee you'll ever drink in.
Yeah,
You're drinking a coffee.
But do you want to go to the cafe for a coffee and go here? You come for a drink to the cafe.
But you can in Joxer.
You can, true.
You can get a wee cocktail in there.
You know where else? Like my kids love to go to the cafe because they love the book, The Tiger That Came to Tea. And at the end of it, the tiger. Long story short, for some fucking reason, the tiger comes to their house, eats all their scram, eats all their grub, and then they're like, "Oh, I've no dinner," and Dad's like, "Here, come on, the fuck the cafe."
Scran is an annoying word.
I know.
Isn't
I
it?
see people that use the word scran. McGabry.
Do you know what as well? I like you've peeled that banana absolutely the way I did one in here one day, and we made a video because of how ridiculous it is. That is a 5-year-old's opening a banana.
I will. But how else do you open a banana? Do you open it like you're a big gorilla?
I
they break it and just pull it out?
I take the whole skin off and then and then chomp.
Yeah, you retract the old Steve Jobs and no. You know what I want to say? This is a good example for life. It doesn't look like much. It's a wee bit bruised, a wee bit damaged. Inside it's good.
Unbelievable. Here, well, this was the thing. See, this morning we have a couple of wee speckled ones in the house, right? And Chloe took one of them in the car, and I had a wee leftover overnight oats from Cafe O, so I had those on my way here.
Overnight oats.
Overnight oats, right? I had those on the way here. And Chloe was having her banana. She got me to peel it, and she actually said to me, "Peel it like a 5-year-old for me." So I opened it for her the way you've just done.
That's a wee bit
like
Titanic, isn't it? Peel me like a 5-year-old.
And then see after she finished eating it, do you know what happened? She just throws the skin at my feet, like onto my shoes.
Well, that's in your car.
Yeah.
That is a big health and safety. No, you could cause a serious. You could kill us.
Oh no, I wasn't driving. I wasn't driving.
All right. Well, that's okay. Yeah. Because if you did, that's the start of 999 Lifesavers.
Isn't it? Yeah.
You know, that's casualty.
That's the fucking its final destination.
Just a couple fucking about. No, off a fucking ravine, dead. Well, very damaged. You know,
more bruised than the banana that caused the whole thing.
Yeah. They said it was the one with the banana that did the damage, and then you're like, you know, and then you'd be cheered up. That's what would happen to you. Afterwards, you'd be dead and you'd be cheered up, being like, wish I hadn't thrown that banana.
Sitting there bouncing her basketball to the beat of the music.
And then Charlie would be there like, shouldn't have fucking thrown a banana skin, you think? She'd be like, I know. Do you
remember that advert with the guy with the basketball? He's just sitting, bunts. I'm like, he's quite good movement left.
Say Paralympics or darts or something. Go for it. You know what I mean? Go for it.
Have you seen this darts sensation? What's his name? Littler?
Luke Littler. Luke the Nuke.
Mate, he's fucking killing it. What is he? 16? Has he can't even done
So he says.
37.
It's like, you know, a footballer playing to play for Lazio. Like, Lazio signed a 17-year-old guy from Cameroon or something. He looks 72. And he's like, I don't know why he's 17. Anyway, when Canu signed for Arsenal, they were like, he's 24.
I know.
And like, 42.
What about
Obafemi Martins at Newcastle?
Yeah. Is Falcao also a weird one, age-wise?
I don't know.
I think he was. Yeah. Radamel Falcao. I think like people were saying he was like 3 years older than he actually was saying.
But what's funny as well is like, how embarrassing if you go and do a wee bone test on them. Like, that's what they have to do. Like, we need to test your bones, mate, because we don't think you're 17.
And like, bone test? Yeah. To tell your age?
Yeah, like to go into your bone marrow or something and be weird. Like, that's like a tree. You know, you cut a tree.
I suppose actually I'm sitting there going, they can tell your age from bones. Haven't studied archaeology. That's good, isn't it?
But then again, it's like teeth, and that's what I don't get. You know, and they're like, the dental record said, like, you know, was it Ted Bundy that bit someone's bum, and then they got the teeth
I watched the whole thing about that's a very inexact and probably bullshit. Like, where they actually they gave some samples to bite mark experts, and some of them weren't even from people, and these ones are going, it's from this guy. And you're going, but it's not even from a person.
Well, that's what I don't get. Why don't you just whack some Invisalign in? Or bite the bum, Invisalign, or get some braces. And then
what's Invisalign?
You know, you pop in, it's like Shane wears it, and it makes him sound like he's deaf. And like, when you put it in, it like fixes, straightens your teeth. You know? But then you're like, Shane, how are you? He's like, I'm not doing you bad. You're like, you have something in your mouth. He goes, no, I'm going Invisalign in. You're like, nice one.
I haven't.
Once you notice, you'll notice. Like a full gum shield.
Is it really? And what are you saying? Pop that in and then bite someone?
No, so you pop it in, it changes the shape of your teeth. So
okay.
You know, you bite someone, it's different. You know, like that's
why.
By
the way, let me congratulate you genuinely on the growth of your beard since Stars in Their Eyes.
You know what?
When was Stars in Their Eyes? 3 weeks.
I was
20th.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's not even. Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
3
Probably
weeks, mate.
2 weeks today.
Yeah.
That's a 2 week growth on that.
Yeah.
That's fucking mental.
But you know
Dave.
what? I wasn't very happy after I got it off. I felt like I lost it. I lost my smile.
I-
I was already sick and then did that. And
I
just wanted to
didn't
cry.
recognize you to start with.
Yeah.
You were also wearing a beanie to hide your
Mr. T afro.
Yeah,
Mohawk.
But
yeah.
My brain's all over the place today because you said Mr. T and I'm immediately going, I saw a video with him. So like, I saw a video with him talking about why he's called Mr. T. Do you know why he did it? Because he legally changed his name to it, so that people had to call him Mister.
Yeah.
So that it will, so that they weren't
respect.
calling him Boy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was
Was he
saying,
called Boy T before?
no, I think people would just be racist and call
Boy
him
T
Boy.
sounds like something you get in
He says he
Thailand,
grew
doesn't
up.
it?
He grew up seeing his uncle and his dad and his brothers all being called Boy, and he hated it.
But also,
He-
he's like,
he
what,
changed
like
his name.
280 pounds, just
He
jacked?
just fucking meat.
Like,
Like,
and then if you get him on the scales with all his jewellery on, he's probably, what, 400
£400.
pounds? Yeah, easy.
Yep. But yeah,
Club
that-
or nang.
I shaved my beard before for to play my ma in a tight shorts video, and I was inconsolable for weeks because
Yeah.
when I shave this off, I look like fucking Joe Brand's fanny. Like,
But
you know
what I
mean?
don't understand is when I shave mine off, I just have a head that connects to my body. There's no shape. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, no,
It's horrendous.
I am also shapeless. Yeah,
You leave me shapeless.
it's great. I immediately went to I'm in love with the shape of you.
All right, nice.
yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I'm in love with the shapeless, but that's a different song altogether.
I'm shapeless. Oh, we Garth Brooks one, no, just me.
Shapelessly devoted. to killing myself until my beard grows back in. But then, yeah, I just got the whole, like, oh, I don't like that. No, you don't have a beard. I don't know if I fancy you anymore. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I was like, don't say it, Dad.
The butler said it.
No, because Butler, he shaved his off too, and I was like, mate, you've got cheekbones, get over yourself.
I know, yeah.
You know?
You have a jawline now.
Yeah, stop it. And
Some
he's
of
all
us look like a human thumb under here.
No, I look like fucking Earthworm Jim. Disgrace, like. It's horrendous.
That's fucking
You know,
unbelievable.
It's terrible.
Earthworm Jim. Do you
So-
remember that game?
Oh,
that was fucking
it was a good
brilliant.
game. It was a decently
Wasn't there a
show too.
cartoon as
Yeah,
well,
he had a
wasn't
show. He could again. He comes out of the bodysuit, wee bit like Krang. Just saying.
Krang from from Turtles. Yeah,
because Turtles he was a wee
He's
brain.
a brain,
in the body.
a brain in the dick region of a big body. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I mean a lot of fellas do have majority of their
Brains, yeah,
thoughts coming
yeah.
from their dick. To be fair, though.
Somebody was talking about brains on our JFK mysteries thing, saying because somebody tried to crack some crackpot cunt tried to crack that
Shane.
no some guy in a documentary we watched tried to crack that they had used like a squib thing like to explode on the side of JFK's face, and
Yeah.
that when Jackie gets up to when she gets up to go to the back of the car to pick up part of her husband's head, that she was actually picking up part of the squib, so nobody found it. And somebody wrote on it, apparently she actually handed a handful of his fucking head to the doctors, being like,
Yeah, can you
Fix
stick
this.
that back on?
Aye.
Do you have any Gorilla Glue here, real quick, for this bonds?
stitch it. Yeah, fucking mad.
But you know what? I am not a big conspiracy guy. I think a lot of the people that took too into it are probably. However, I do think the JFK one, there's a wee bit of work going on there.
Oh, there's a wee bit of work.
Because there's no way your man's shooting him from that distance with the gun that he had and wiping off his entire head and then just being killed.
I believe that he could do that. I do believe that he could do that.
Yeah. But do you reckon when he did it, he was like, oh, fuck!
Headshot!
Bingo! How the fuck did I do that? It's 1 in a million there.
Unbelievable.
And
I
he's like,
wish I could do that. I can't.
Yeah.
When
But
I do
then-
it, it's just me going like that, like I've burnt myself.
Have you-
Or like I've got stamped on in a Jackie Chan movie.
But you can tell I wasn't the smart person in a grammar school because everyone's learning and stuff, and I spent my time in the period going, you need to make his finger floppy. There you go. Bingo.
See these sorts of things, though, I can't even really roll R's properly.
What do you mean?
Like, I can't...
Rung.
That was great.
Yeah.
I can't do that. When I do it, it comes from too far. I have a small tongue, so when I do it, it comes from too far back.
So
it's
give us
like...
an example.
I can't do
You sound
it.
very snake-like. I like that.
No. I have to wet up for this.
Ringo.
Yeah, hang on.
I hope you just hawk the water up.
I can... You know what I mean? It's more like I sound like a big cat.
You do.
You know what I mean? Like a...
Big pussy.
God. Did you ever hear that joke in Predator?
What?
When Shane Black tells it, he says, You know, I was going down with my girlfriend last night. I said, "Geez, you got a big pussy. Geez, you got a big pussy." She said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said, "I didn't." That's top banter. Like, and fucking whoever it is he tells it to, Mac or fucking Jesse Ventura, just goes, and he's like, "Because of the echo."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's great. Or and then he tells it to fucking Sonny Landham, and he does that big fucking.
Predator's a great film.
It's so great.
It's one I haven't seen in too long because I was watching loads of 80s over the
It's so good.
Christmas, but
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
I
Guns.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, why?
I
All right.
ordered the Total Works of Schwarzenegger a few years back, like in a DVD, and
Oh,
spent a
amazing.
fortune. It was just some fella printed it out and sent them all in like wee fucking DVDs, and I spent like 70 quid on it.
Oh,
So raging. Now a lot of them were decent quality, and I watched them, but
stinking.
so annoying.
I have a few Schwarzeneggers in there. I've got my Predator. I've got my Terminator movies. The good ones
Yes.
though, just the first two.
Yeah,
The rest of them are shit,
they
aren't
are
they?
shit.
Rest
A
of
lot
them
of
are-
that happens a lot. I think with stuff. Yeah,
Sequels.
why have they done that?
Are you looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop 4? I worry about it.
Yeah, I think the same.
I
Because you know
worry.
what the problem about it is? A lot of the fun in Beverly Hills Cop was that it was a bit cheeky, but I feel now they might be pandery, a little bit too woke, and he might be able to get away with some of the cheekiness.
There's a lot of pandering going on right
I
now.
saw something recently, and I went, what was it? It was a Jonah Hill film when he was dating a girl.
Oh yeah,
and
it's bad.
That was
It's
the
bad.
worst. The
That
worst.
one where he has a podcast as well.
Yeah,
and Eddie
yeah.
Murphy's the
Yeah.
father-in-law. I was
bad.
like, stop it.
Was it Eddie Murphy?
It was, yeah. It was Eddie Murphy was the dad, wasn't he?
No, you're quite right. You're quite right.
Thank God for that.
I know.
Because that's the last thing I need to
I know.
start 2024 with, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
But like even like mate, that was a poor movie. Like
Yeah. And you're just going, it should be good.
yeah,
But it wasn't.
You people.
you people.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it's Eddie Murphy. If I
And who was his dad? David Duchovny. Fucking what do you call him? What do you call him? Fucking Mulder.
Mulder? Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, the Red Shoe Diaries, mate. What about
Mate,
that? That
he
was
was-
David
he-
Duchovny special.
he read shoot it, and he also Californicationed it.
Oh, he's a sex dude, isn't he?
He's just mate, that's what he does. He bucks people with dead eyes. Like that's what he does.
Duchovny.
Yeah, dead eye dick. Like loves it. Dead eye dick Coveney.
Duchovny's a sex name too, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to be Duchovny? Oh, absolutely do. Yeah. Davy Duchovny. Do you reckon him and Gillian got together
Oh,
ever?
I don't know, but I'd be surprised if not. Like
She's in Sex Education too. Sex.
she loves it.
Yeah. So there's another film she was in too. There's a bit sexy one. The
He was
Fall.
in-
She was a bit sexy in that too, wasn't she?
I think she's just in it though. I don't think she's like.
Yeah.
I don't think she's like.
See what was it in The Crown she was in?
Do you know? I'm not interested in The Crown.
See when she was Margaret Thatcher. That was when she was the
She
most
played
sexy.
Thatcher.
Yeah.
Sexy Thatcher, Dave.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Listen.
you take that milk. Oh, take that milk off those
Yeah.
kids.
I know, like, you used a different kind of milk with her though. Diddy milk, Snatcher Thatcher.
Oh,
I'd
I love
Thatcher,
that.
Snatcher.
I love that. Isn't there a joke? There's a joke in like an early Family Guy about Cleveland. He says he thinks Margaret Thatcher's sexy or something, and he's like, "Why? None of you find power sexy." You know, it's fucking funny.
But you know what? She isn't. Let's be honest.
Thatcher?
She isn't. Hasn't ever been. Never will be.
No.
Say-
Apart from the fact that she was a fucking raging cunt. Let's be clear. Fucking woeful.
Yeah, she wasn't sexy. That's fair. But I
Reptile
mean,
teeth.
not a lot of prime ministers are sexy. Like Boris Johnson, not sexy.
Blur.
John Major, it's a major softener he's given you,
Yeah,
that's for
yeah.
sure.
Do you know who was a sexy bastard? William Urt Gladstone. You ever see his burns? The burns on that cunt. Do you know how sexy he was? He came back for fucking 4 terms or something.
Yeah, well, that's because
People loved it.
The ladies loved them. LL.
LL.
You know another weird one? This is just, Bobby Burns, Robert Burns from Scotland. Looks like Aaron Butler. I'll look like for you. Bobby Burns.
Hey,
Butler.
Langsane. That's great.
I enjoy a wee bit of history. It's nice.
I remember stopping when I was I was about 8. We were going, mate, we went on a trip to visit my Uncle Tom in, my actual Uncle Thomas. Yeah, my Uncle Tom in
Thomas?
Huddersfield. And
In Orangefield? Go ahead.
no, in Huddersfield.
All right.
In Orangefield. This is why we go like we take this trip. You know what I mean? No, in Huddersfield. And we went to see him for like a couple of weeks, but we went over on the boat to Stranraer and drove down, mate. That was
Grim.
I was so grim. And we stopped in Dumfries for a wee break, and that's
Did
the
you go to
home of
Little
Robbie
Chef?
Burns. I don't think we did the little thief. No, I don't think
No,
we
it
did.
was a good spot, the Little Chef
Do you like
in
a wee
Dumfries.
Little Chef?
And
I'm
only in
not into it.
Dumfries, so.
It's just rotten chips, though, isn't it? No, what do they sell?
Just I was
Chips,
so
sausage, and
young when
beans,
I went
isn't
there,
it?
but I remember
Sausage, chips, and
being
beans.
very nice. But I remember my dad, like we went to Jersey in the Channel Islands from Christmas, or not for Christmas, for holidays, and we went through Stranraer, Dumfries, all the way down. Which obviously I just didn't have any skrilla to pay for a fucking airplane that summer, but it was a horrible time. But I remember that was the big, like, you know, you had to plan the route and the book and all before just sticking it in the app. And he was like, "We're going to stop at the Little Chef in Dumfries. I'll look after you." I think cheers to that.
Fucking right. I'll take that, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I remember? Genuinely, I remember this. We had pot noodles with us and a flask of water. And I remember...
That's more destitute.
I remember
than
getting...
noodles. That's worse. Yeah.
I remember getting absolutely fucking rubber tongued by it. You know, where it just...
Burned?
It just leathers your tongue for like a day. It just velcros you.
It's the worst.
But we made a true Bartlett family trip as well. In the Reno Savannah.
Oh.
Big ass estate that we had. So it was mum, dad, and like 4 or 5 of us. I think 4 of us in the...
But do the seats all face the same way?
Yeah.
That's a shame. You know those cars back in like the 90s where they had the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
where you just be looking at your sibling the whole way. And your mum and dad be like, "Have a staring contest." The good old days.
Oh, the good old days before I tell you what, I'd rather have staring contests, play I Spy and sing along the tapes in the car.
Yeah.
Than see what I saw. I saw a family. Oh, mate. We're getting into it. This is a podcast I hadn't even started yet. We went to Cafe the other day. I don't think I've ever been so raging in my entire life. In my entire life, right? Apart from Earth Parents, which I'll get into, some woman was standing behind. Right, so I come in the cafe, right? 2 guys walking in front of me, and I hold it like sort of do that guy thing where you're not holding the door for somebody, but you see them, you give it a courtesy shove, right? I do the same. Somebody coming in behind me, courtesy shove, right? I stand behind these guys a good couple of feet back. I'm giving people their bubble, right? See this woman stand behind me. She must have been about 60 odd. I swear to God. See if she touched me once, Dave. It was 8 times, right? Like, just grazing me. Breathing on me. I can feel her breath on my fucking neck. And I'm going... And just every now and again, just want like a wee... And I'm going... I'm standing there and I'm boiling. And there's kids doing that cafe thing that some kids do. Where words that kids shouldn't know. Like... croissant and is there a pan au chocolat? I'm going, you should know them words. They're adult treats. You should know Haribo, right? Be fat.
But no,
right?
it is banter to teach them that because it's funny seeing it come from the wee mouth.
They're wee
Pan au chocolat.
mate. They're wee rats. These ones, right? Like because they're doing one kid literally.
Malone crew.
Oh, one kid is squealing in the place, going saying to his mummy, saying to his ma. You told me I could have banana bread. And she's going, I don't have any banana bread, you would come. And she's going, I don't have any. What else would you like? Is there a croissant? No, there's no croissants. And then he's going, why am I not getting this? And she goes, we have whatever his name was, and it's probably something cunty, do you know what I mean? Just some but slightly cunty, not because if you're going really cunty, you know, you go, oh, Bartholomew, right? Yes. But it was more just like a
guy.
It was like a guy, right? Yeah. Listen to me, guy, right? I was like, listen, Dylan, right? He's a wee dick.
Well, the only way you can get away with saying Dylan is you go, Dylan.
Dylan, you son of a bitch, right?
Which would be great because it's her.
Hello, right? and I was like, Dylan, and she goes, Dylan, we have to wait in the queue. And I'm sitting there going, right? And they're in front of me, so that's happening in front of me. There's kids milling around all over the place. Some dad bangs into me then, going to pick up his daughter, and I'm going, just have them nearer to you. Don't let a child below knee height walk around a cafe.
No, she should be in your arms.
Do you know where you're gonna get fucking? You can get fucking burnt. Like I'm going, what? It's all fun and games until someone drops a latte on your kid's fucking skull right now. Anyway, so
Harvey dented for life.
a wee scaldy skull forever. A wee Tevez, right? Minus the football talent, no doubt, right? And I was just freaking out, right? And then your mate, that woman, oh my god, a couple more times. And then do you know the most egregious one she did? So do you know Cafe Lisburn Road?
Yes.
So you order here at this wee window, and then you pay here, and then you step here, and that's where you collect your stuff, and then here there's a wee bed for lids and all, right? Now we have our own little cafe reusables, right? So I'm using those. So I'm just waiting, right? This woman is so close to me at all moments that I'm going, get on my bubble.
The 60-year-old, not the mummy?
No, yeah, 60-year-old. I'm going, get on my bubble. So I order here. She's like inside my anus at that point, right? I step over to the left. She then, after she orders, or during her order, walks over to me and turns her head around a wee corner here to talk to somebody to go, is there anything else you want? And while doing that, fucking arm shoulders me again. And I'm literally standing there going, what I want to say is, and I know I'm not allowed to, but what I want to say is touch me again, cunt, and see what happens, right? But I know if I say it to a 60-year-old woman, everyone thinks I'm the bad guy, right?
And then you have to carry through your threat.
And then if she touches me again, I have to break her hips, right?
All you do in that, you can't nut them, you can't punch them, sweep their feet with a boot. That's all you do, just boom. And the way arthritic legs, I'll just take them down and you go, well, listen.
Sweep them through with the
There you
boot.
go, sorry. Oops.
I'm just, like, mate, it was, I swear to God, it was driving me up a fucking wall. See the shit. And then, sorry, whenever I came out, I was sitting in the car. And I
Still raging.
I was, mate, I'm not going to lie. I was boiling for an hour after, right? Went for a wee walk around the park and all, raging. But sat in the
Ruined
car.
your whole coffee experience.
Ruined my coffee, right? So sat for, I'm going to get a wee one on the way home, I think. So I sat in the car for a minute. And while I was sitting there, one of the families from in there walks out to get into a really, like a car in front of us, a sweet car. And mate, they have two doofy wee kids, you know, with little mop haircuts.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
What?
I thought you meant something else.
What?
Like they had needs.
Oh, no.
I was like, all right, Kieran,
No,
Jesus
like
Christ.
we doofy haircuts.
Floppies.
Like we Fauntleroys, right? And
Fauntleroys?
yeah, we little Lord Fauntleroy, right? and probably also with fucking rare names, right? Guy is such a fucking great one, by the way.
Clifford.
Raymond for a wee kid. Raymond. Anyway, right? So, go to get into their car, and then I see it. Both these kids have massive iPads in
Protective
sheaths. And I'm just going, you'll never talk to each other. And in about 15, 20 years, when you go to you'll see somebody famous that you like, and you'll be one of the people that when you ask for a selfie, you don't just go over and say, excuse me, mate, could I have a photo? You'll go over and go, photo.
Yeah. No, I think your kids need to be... I think the old school style of parenting helps. Now, I don't mean whipping them, but I mean, like, you know, kids should be seen, not heard, please and thank you, respectful, not just, we're here.
I don't even mind. You know. See this seen, not heard thing? That doesn't bother me. Like, listen, see kids having the crack and being kids, it's fine. But see kids squealing at their parents to get them a banana bread. See that? I'm like, you die.
You need to say to them there, listen, do you want the banana? Then be quiet, I'll get you. I heard you. If you want it, I'll get it you. And if you keep complaining, we're going to leave. And then if they complain, you have to leave. And you go, well, listen, I'm sorry.
You have to stick to it. You have to follow through on the threat. I remember when our Fiona, when running, when Big Coat, when he was a wee boy, like really young, like, he could be being a wee dick. And our Fiona would just laugh, and she'd be going, "I'm gonna," and she'd start laughing, and I'm going, "He just thinks you're a tit, like you know what I mean?" It was very funny.
No, I am.
He was funny. When
but
he was
I will
a
say,
kid.
My girls they're good kids. Like
Yeah.
I'm proud of them. Yeah, they
Good.
do. They're pleasing thank yous. They're nice. They know what. Now Matilda's a wee bit more of a feral beast than Holly would be like, but she's getting there. You know, she is getting there.
Unbelievable, mate. I don't think it's for me at all. We were talking about this on a Patreon episode.
But you know what? It's definitely it's a weird thing because you be stressed and doing stuff maybe 90% of the time, but the 10% where they're just being all sweet and all, you're like, it's okay.
See, well, do you know what's nice though? See, like what we did, or we went and did that. Like we did that wee reading in the library, and then did a reading like in a school. You just see
Nonce.
You just can't. That's like me going, "You're nonce." I don't bring them out for coffee, dude. Like the what do you call it?
But you're going into schools to see other people's kids
fuck off.
and read them and groom them and all.
We just see.
You want to buy something off me? Here, it's
You're a wee dick. You're a wee dick. We just see the 10%. You know, we just see them.
Yeah.
And it's like when your mates have kids, or like my brothers and sisters have kids, and you see them, and it's nice because you get to give them back. You don't have that.
But then some of the other kids, like some of the kids that go to primary school with Holly, I go, they're real good wee kids. Like there's one girl in particular, I'm like, she's a proper well-raised child.
And you try to swap her? Or?
You almost want to go, no, because like Holly's a dork sometimes. Like you'll see her do wee things, you go, you're a loser. Like, look at you, wee nerd. Like she's like, Daddy, can I go over my maths? Because I'm going to back to school next week, and I want to be ready. I was like,
that's fucking Chloe loved that
dork. Absolute fucking dork. And then she started doing, you know the book, you'll know this one, The Witches.
Oh,
Dahl.
That's a fucking scary wee book.
So I like to get into the books with the kids. I like to do the characters and all.
Yeah.
And like, so
that's good though.
Like
that's
if you're
great.
speaking as the granny, she calls them the witches. Said Holly goes to me last night. She goes to me,
that's top pattern for me to be fair.
She goes to me, Daddy, I've been a good girl today. Is there any chance I can get 2 chapters of the witches? And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Mate, I love that. That's great.
But then the Matilda, this is where the problem arises. She's recently been not staying in her bed at night, and it's been driving me to the point of the crippler Chris Benoit on occasion, where I've had to step out and go, I can't be in this room anymore. And eventually, I wished I went to her.
What sort of things? Like what's the?
She'll wake up and
go.
go.
What's the trigger for you?
She'll go, good sleep, yeah. At 2 a.m. I'll go, no, it's still morning time. She goes, or it's still night time. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. And then go back to bed. No. And then she starts screaming. You're like, can't wake Catherine, can't wake Holly. And if the dog's awake, it's carnage. And I was up from about 3 nights in a row, from about 2 o'clock to 4:30, 5 in the morning. And at this point, like, would you just lie down and go to sleep? I was like, I'll lie on your floor. So I'm lying on her floor like a prisoner. I'm lying there like fucking Magwitch on the floor, just waiting for her to sleep. And then I wake up and she's not in her bed. I'm like, where is sweet dick? And she's lying beside me on the floor. And I'm like, right. Slowly up, and as soon as I get her up, eyes open, I'm like, no. At that point, I just had to say, Catherine, I'm sorry, you need to go in here. I'm losing my mind here. So I went around to Catherine's mum's for something on Christmas Eve. And I said, my one Christmas wish is that the child will sleep through the night. So light candles, say your prayers, and please hope if Santa's going to come, the child will sleep all night. And touch wood, she slept every night since.
That's
now I have to bribe her with Maltesers, but you got 2 Maltesers if you sleep all night. No problem.
That's good.
But I was shaving the other day, again trying to shape the beard, so it wasn't taken away.
It looks great.
And she walks into me and she goes, Daddy. And I says, yeah. She goes, why you got boobs? And I was like, well, actually, it's because of the fucking stress of raising you and the rise of estrogen in my body and the fucking fact I'm losing my hair. That's why I've got boobs. And I was like, I don't have boobs. She goes, you do? You've got boobs? They're there. I'm like, yeah, okay, piss off.
Occasionally, I do hear this. Mm-hmm. Bandied around cafe, and it is usually from a child, to be fair. Oh, look at that big fat man. And I'll be like, I got that in Marxie's ages ago, but I've had it once or twice in Cafe O since, where I'm going, oh, daddy. It's always, oh, mummy, oh, daddy.
You know what you should do? It's because this is what I've taught myself. If any kid says something like that to me, I'll just turn around and go, yeah, I'm so fat because I eat kids. Out.
I'll help put to bed all the nonce rumours.
Yeah.
No, mate, I see when I hear stuff like that, I just want to fucking boot them. I'm like,
yeah. No, kids are. And then some of the things, right? I had a thing where I had to say to Holly, we were at holidays with our friends, and they had their 2 kids, and their boys were just being a wee bit wild, and it was fine. And one morning I had to say to Holly, I'm like, listen, I'll bring her aside, because she's quite rational. You can sort of say to her, I was like, listen, Holly, I'm going to tell you off for shouting and running around. I know you're not shouting and running around, but I can't shout at them because they're not my kids. So I need to say, can you stop shouting and running around? It's doing my head in, which is another thing Matilda keeps saying now. Oh, it's doing my head in, because obviously I'm saying it too much. So I said, right, I'm going to tell you off for shouting because they're running around. It's doing my head in. She goes, okay, Daddy, no problem. It's like, Holly, can you stop shouting and running around, please? It's doing my head in. She's like, okay. And then other kids sort of settled. And we're
That's a very Alex Ferguson way of doing it, you know.
Yeah, just
shout at Gary
gigs,
Neville because you're actually shouting at Ronaldo.
Yeah, so then I was grand, and we were sitting eating breakfast, and everybody was out, and then the boy started just being a kid, like he wasn't doing anything wrong, but he started making noise, and I go, shh, stop making the noise. You'll do my daddy's head in. And I went, oh no, Holly, it's fine. He wasn't. She was like, but you told me that he was doing your head in because he was running around shouting. I was like, no. And he goes, you did. You told me you were going to shout at me. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And then the mum and dad were, and I was like, oh, what's she like? You know,
what's she like? Waking up with fucking wee stories about me being underhanded and weird.
But then my mum always says to me, she's like, you deserve shit like that to happen to you, because she's like, I had aunts who had beards, right? So she's like, my mum had a mustache. She was like David Seaman, God rest her, and both her sisters had full beards. Right, and she's like, whenever you were a kid,
is this your granny?
My granny only had the mustache.
Right.
My mum's mum had the mustache, but the two sisters full beards.
Wow.
So, and like they had the fucking blue rinse in the hair and all.
What do you call that song of The Greatest Showman?
What's them? That's them. This is me, right?
That's them. That's your version of it.
So my mum was saying, like, I was about 3 or 4, and she was in her arms, and she would be like, "There's your aunties and all," but I say bye, and I'd be going.
Oh,
and she'd be like, no, stop that. And I'd be like, Mum, I have a beard. And she'd be like, no, they don't. And I'd be like, well, fuck, they do. They're like, you not see it. And she said every kid that had did that with them. So then my sister, she was like fucking Mum's like, no. And then my aunt had kids, and they were all the same. And then God rest her soul, my wee Aunt Peggy, like wonderful woman, loved her to bits. When she put into a home, they shaved her, like shaved the beard and all. And she let off the people. She's like, why did you not fucking shave me before this? This is great. You know, it's like, I didn't know you could just get rid of this. And my mum was like, she's like, I didn't know you knew you had one. She's like, you think I'm fucking blind? Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, yeah. So then she's getting shaved every day, looking great.
Fuck.
Oh, that's good old
That's rare, like.
But yeah, kids will get you in shit, like, right and quick.
Yeah, there was one in the reading in the school we did, it was funny, where so when I was turning the pages, like, my hands are tiny. Right, I actually
correct.
I need somewhere to set the pages so that I can hold one and turn right.
Yeah.
I don't have the
like
ability.
a fucking big plectrum somewhere.
Yeah,
septum. Why am I saying all the words that aren't right?
A lectern,
a lectern, a septum, a plectrum.
Plectrum. Right. And so but I was just sitting with the pages, and as I went to turn it, I actually said, I said to the kids, I went, look at the state of me. I'm holding the microphone, trying to turn. A page. I was like, I have really small hands, and then when it gets to question and answer time, one of the kids goes, yeah, the book that you read sounds good, but why don't you just write one about somebody who has really tiny hands? I was like, I'm getting fucking roasted. That was funny. So how was your Christmas time and being off?
It was stressful, but it was good because I'm feeling better now. So, like, I feel now gigs-wise, we're off for a couple of weeks. I can do all the other stuff. It's just, like, I feel like I'm having my chill now.
Yeah, same here.
So I'm feeling much better.
What way were you gigging, pre and post? I did, like, I had, like, in that week of Christmas, I had, like, 3. I had, like, the Stars in Their Eyes Strand. No, Strand was
just before. Like, that's when I started dying of the Strand. And then I just was like,
yeah, that's right.
I think
Strand was the weekend before.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know how I managed to end up doing Stars in Her Eyes, because at one point I was dying.
Yeah.
And then I think by doing it sort of kicked me in the balls a wee bit for a few days after that. But then the week after Christmas,
I had Newry and Devonish, and then after I had.
Which for anyone who doesn't speak Irish is just the Devon.
And then I had Armagh, Maherfelt, and the Die Hard thing in the cinema.
Where was I? The week after Christmas was great. I was in Newcastle, which was actually really brilliant. The community cinema, lovely spot, really good time.
Sold out though.
Then very nice, very nice. And after that, I was all the hot spots. I was in Warren Point, which was a good spot. You'll enjoy this. There was a poster in the venue that we played, and last year playing in there was none other than Crazy Town, Shifty Shell Shock and the boys playing the Skylight Room, Warren Point, number 7 Duke Street. Go ahead, yeah. And then
as in Butterfly.
Yeah, come my lady, revolving.
Why are they doing Warren Point?
I mean, I don't think they're doing the best now.
I know, but fucking Warren, like, not even Belfast.
Yeah, Warren Point. Well, they did the OES Centre too, in fairness. They were doing a tour. And then, of course, Crumlin, they rounded it all off, which was a nice time. You saw the Pied Piper.
You did Crumlin or Crazy Town did?
No, I did Crumlin.
Right,
I don't know if
right.
Crazy
I know.
Town have done Crumlin. Crumlin United FC.
What do they have apart from Butterfly and Revolving Door? They're the
A meth addiction.
Starry Eye Surprise.
Oh yeah, that's about bums, you know.
It's about what?
Bums.
Actually, or
Yeah, like your chocolate starfish and all that Limp Bizkit like to sing about.
oh yeah, and the hot dog flavored water.
Yeah, which I don't get. What is hot dog flavored water?
I
It's
assume
like-
whole sweat.
Yeah. Whole sweat sounds much better.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate starfish
And the whole sweat.
Yeah.
They sound like the worst drum and bass tune
Who
ever.
did the blowfish? Remember, everyone in dance and drum and bass was always someone and someone.
Yeah.
Shanks and Bigfoot, Fats and Small.
Yeah. As my granny got it wrong. it
Oxide
was
Neutrino.
DJ Luck and McNeat. She thought it was.
McNeat. A McNeat is like a hard whiskey out of McDonald's. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
McNeat. Yeah. Who else was there? Those guys, the Artful Dodger, they fucked the trend, didn't they?
They did.
They did.
They
fucked
were
the
two
trend.
guys. They were
Fast
good. I
and
liked them.
Smalls. Yeah.
I like that. A lot of songs rip off their song "Moving Too Fast."
Yeah.
You're moving too fast.
That was it.
And I don't think it's right.
That's what you do when you hear that song. You can't help it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Yeah,
great tune.
great song. Oh, do you remember? Do you know what song?
Oxide Neutrino.
Do you know what song fucking melts me so much from that time? Flowers by Sweet Female Attitude.
You know, anything to do with flowers pisses me off. See, that song was I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers. I wish she would die.
I know. Sandy Tom
Yeah.
pulled that out of my fucking dick hole.
You did. Good night, Mr. Tom.
Yeah. What about what, Mister? What about that? It's just a guy called Sandy Tom. That's fucking unbelievable.
Do you remember Sandy from Big Brother? And he escaped
Just
over the
a
roof.
fucking sort of bleached
Angry.
blonde, angry middle-aged
Yeah.
Scottish guy.
And there was a
Yeah.
guy, was it Alex? Who was really like worried about it. He was climbing over the roof. He says, "Be careful, Sandy." And it's so funny. So those Big Brothers were great.
The early ones,
originals,
the
yeah.
first 3 or 4, I probably would have watched. Yeah.
Do you remember
First
Bubble?
3.
The guy was like
No,
from,
he's
but
in,
he
he's in
completely,
the Office Christmas special.
oh, but he completely bent himself over the sofa when he was running away from somebody. He thought he dislocated both his knees.
Really?
Bubble, yeah. If you can whip that clip up, it's
Oh,
worth
mate,
it. Worth
I
the
don't
look.
remember
Like it was brilliant.
He was a melt, like big Chelsea fan.
I know they're. You know what they all
Bucket
are?
hats.
Hooligans.
Yeah, bucket
Yeah.
hats and Chelsea fans. That's.
Yeah, get in the bin.
What about
I mean, I'm not wild keen on Liverpool fans at the minute. I'll just be honest too.
why?
They're just all up themselves, aren't they?
'Cause
Liverpool's
I
so
think they might
class, they're
win
so
the league.
unique, and they have a different anthem
I
every
mean,
year. Fuck off.
United are fucking shite right now.
I don't even want to talk about football.
But
actually. Why they bring it up?
Arsenal had a bad Christmas, didn't they?
Yeah, they did have a bad Christmas. You know, they had a terrible Christmas. They only had the 30+ shots against West Ham, didn't score.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, it's okay.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think they set a record, didn't they, for
Yeah.
the amount of shots?
Eddie Nketiah's a class striker.
Couldn't finish a wank.
No,
Yeah.
he couldn't.
Couldn't score
He
in her
couldn't.
house. Have you any more of these? Couldn't finish his dinner.
What's it? The thing you fall into a barrel full of tits and come out sucking your own dick or something?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, I'm cross with our Lego head Arteta. I just don't think.
Lego.
I just think he's a bit too. What's the word? He's a bit
Spanish?
too. No, maybe you're snarling with that.
Spanish?
He's too arrogant.
He is
You know,
arrogant.
He is. He just makes his decision. He don't. Why is Kieran Tierney and Sociedad? We need him.
Do you know
Bring
who
him back.
Do you know who shit?
David
Ten
Raya.
Hag.
Yeah.
I can't have it anymore. I'm done. I want him gone. Do you think he should go?
I think he should get given a chance with this new ownership. And
But you know what the thing about him is?
The players he's bought
But
though.
Anthony. He'd be better off a Mark Anthony. He's fucking
Anthony.
shite.
He'd be better off with
With Anthony World Thompson.
Yeah. As you say,
Anthony
Anthony from Blue. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, mate, he's fucking. Anthony's it, right. Gary Neville raised an interesting point about Anthony, though, where he said, because this is something I believe, it's not Anthony's fault that they spent 85 million on him.
No, it's
but
his fault that he beats his girlfriend, though, isn't it?
Allegedly, dude.
All right,
Allegedly.
yeah.
Let's not drag us through the defamation courts.
Greenwood.
I
They're
mean,
a great club, family club.
the accused FC. Are we gonna play this
No.
game Mark over Morse? Or we're gonna go Arsenal? Are we?
Well, he doesn't play for Arsenal. So
He did though, didn't he? Giggsy doesn't play for United.
That's fair, but he's not.
He did though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's
What?
fair. But over Martial,
Mason Greenwood doesn't play for
he was
United.
Arsenal great. He does in his heart. They want them back.
Yeah.
When people forget, fickle.
I think they probably do want them back, and they've sent them out to.
But it's okay. You've got
Getafe
Martial.
to
You'll be
see
grand.
how he does well.
You've got Martial. Be grand.
He's a.
Who would you ditch? I reckon.
Mate,
what
out of
United
United's team, there's only about 3 I would keep.
Do you
I keep
think
Martinez. I would keep Rashford. I keep Bruno Fernandes. I keep, actually, there's more than 3. I keep Garnacho. I keep Hoyland.
Shaw.
I probably keep Luke Shaw. I might even keep.
What about
I might keep
Dallo?
Wan-Bissaka. I'm not keen on Dallo, to be honest with you.
Keep one of those as a.
I'd keep. I would maybe
Kobe
keep
Mainoo?
McTominay, but I would consider. You keep Mainoo.
Yeah.
I would consider putting. I think they should play McTominay as like a second striker. I don't think he's a midfielder. I think he's shite in midfield. But when he goes up front, he can finish.
We should play a game where you be United and you pick the team you want to play.
He's literally.
That's what we should do.
He's literally. United's top goal scorer this season.
Yeah.
Like, he's better. Tell you what though, I deep dived Onana stats. They are not good.
But do you know what?
Save
Onana,
percentage.
he's a banter merchant, which I like. He just this is the thing. The same thing Ten Hag has that Arteta has. They make decisions and think they're right no matter what. So he's gone, right, we'll ditch De Gea and we'll bring in this dude who has probably made in one season as many mistakes as De Gea has made throughout his whole United career.
So
And like De Gea was a wee bit, error prone in his day, but
De Gea's last season at United was very poor,
Yeah.
right? De Gea's maybe the season before that it was going that way, but like, fuck me, Onana, right? So percentage wise, Onana's played 28 games, right? This season in all comps. His save percentage is 70%, right? Which isn't great because that means 3 out of every 10 shots are going in, right? Now De Gea's wasn't great either, but it was 73. But that was his percentage over the whole season of 58 games.
yeah.
Which did include that fucking 7-0 as well, which takes his average down.
But United also, there was no consistency anywhere in the team.
No.
Any positions, any.
The
And it's
only-
mad that everyone's like, oh, Johnny Evans is 35, but he's doing all right. Like, out of all the players, he's doing all right.
I wrote about this. I have a wee article coming up in a few weeks in the Sunday Life about United.
I will look forward to that
one
one.
of them, I know. I've a few political ones coming, and then I've gone, United annoy me. So the sad thing about Johnny Evans is he's probably literally their best centre back right now. Obviously Martinez is out, and he's on his way back. But like, he's been their best centre back. But you're going, I would never have sold Johnny Evans. Like, that's the truth.
No,
I would
wouldn't
never have let
either.
him go.
But then also the treatment of Maguire's been terrible, but he's not been the worst. He's been all right this season, but people are just ignoring that. Like, he won Player of the Month, didn't he?
And they're letting Varane go, by the way.
But Varane's one of those guys, I think,
Glass
who's...
ankles and 90.
But I also think he's just there for the dough.
Oh,
you
wow.
know? And Casemiro's over the hill too. So,
Yeah. I mean, but this is the thing. The players that have come in are rare, like, for the most part. Casemiro, here's Varane, Casemiro, Evans, and Eriksen are all probably too old. Like, you know what I mean? And
Is
then,
Anthony the worst Premier League signing of all time?
No, your boy had signed for Southampton years ago. It wasn't a footballer and blagged his way in.
aye.
He was the worst ever.
George Weah's cousin.
Dyer?
Yeah, that was classic.
Ali Dyer?
Yeah. That was classic.
I think for money spent, he's pretty bad. I'll say this though, he was in that Liverpool game. He was probably United's best player.
You know what the thing with him is though?
And then they'll know.
He just does the same thing all the time.
It's always cutting in to try to shoot, or like, and I'm going, you need to develop at right foot, like, if you're going to be on that wing.
Who United have bought, like Van de Beek, he's just never
done.
got a game
He's
ever.
done. Yeah, he never gets.
So
a
I
chance.
think what you need to do is United fans
Why
need
does
to
he
take a
never
step
play
back.
though? Is he?
Yeah.
I mean,
Must be shite.
but he can't be shite. He was good at Ajax, like.
Yeah.
He
But
can't.
you know what? A lot of people say that the Dutch league's just not.
Well, it's not
Premier
like,
League at all.
look at Malacia. Look at the players they brought in. Malacia,
Anthony.
fucking Anthony, Martinez. But Martinez is the
Then
only
even when
one.
Martinez first joined, they were like, he's shite, he's too short, he's getting bullied all over the show. He's an aggressive wee her, and I love that.
I love him. Like, to
Yeah.
be fair, there's.
But I
not-
think you should but United fans need to go, right, we're not finishing Champions League for a couple of seasons. We're ditching everybody out and we're just going to buy.
I'd love it if they ditched a few of them.
I think
but
they just
the
need-
problem that they have is shifting them on because they're on mad wages.
The United do that mental thing too. They'll go 2 games and look like world beaters and then they'll be shite again. You know?
Look at fucking seriously. Look at the players that United have let go who are without clubs now because, or they're not playing really because.
Sure, like
the
Arsenal
wages
had to
and
do
won't
that.
take they won't take the pay cut. De Gea's not at a club. Lingard's not at a club.
No.
Oh,
Jay Lings,
Jay
mate.
Lings. What a fucking route. Like.
You know what he should have done? Just gone back to West Ham.
Do you know what's
instead
mental?
of
Look,
Forest.
look how long Phil Jones was just.
Yeah.
He's still biting the fucking Teddy United right
Yeah.
now. He's a coach, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which is ludicrous. Like,
But then United, it does go away where United are so horrendous to the players. Like, they must feel shit. Like, Phil Jones just getting fucking ripped apart for years. Harry
Yeah.
Maguire gets the same.
ripped apart for
You're
years though because he didn't fucking play for the last 3 years. He
Yeah,
was
but it's
there.
not his fault he's got offered a big contract. You know what I mean? It's like, I remember
No, exactly.
back
but
to
that's
Winston
what's mad about
Bogart
it.
back in the day. People were like, oh, Winston Bogart, he's living in Holland, but he plays for Chelsea on 40 grand a week in like 1998. And he was like, what do you want me to do? They offered me a contract. I'm injured.
Didn't they do
so-
that? Didn't your man Van Hinkel as well? Didn't they do some mental at Chelsea with him? Van Ginkel.
Like,
Is that his name?
Why are Chelsea still not in the 4th division with Man City?
What do you mean? Because of the
All the
financial fair
yeah,
play?
all
or-
the- like and Everton got stripped up. I love
Aye.
Everton now. They're great.
Everton are actually pretty good under
Yeah.
big day. I love Sean Dyche, by the way.
You know what? That's what I did to beat Butler. Butler was around my house. He kindly dropped a few wee things around for the girls, and he said they'll play a wee bit of FIFA, and he's always PSG. And
Fun.
he beat me 7-0. I was Arsenal, and he beat me 7-0. And I was like, I've worked you out. I'm gonna beat you. And he goes, you won't. And I goes, Everton. 1 each, beat him on pens.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Played the dirtiest tactics, just Dyche tactics.
Just fucking sit at the back.
Yeah.
Nick one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dyche tactics.
There's
there,
a
but then instead I'm out.
sit at the back and
Yeah.
Nick one. I like
Flick one.
I like there's a thing on YouTube that's a Sean Dyche masterclass of I think did they beat
Wreckham.
City or Liverpool 1-0?
Who, Burnley?
Burnley, I think it
Yeah.
might have been City. And it's a brilliant. He played 4-4-2, and it's a brilliant, like a brilliant thing to sit and watch.
But
Like,
that's what's happened with Arsenal. They figured them out. Moisey.
Moyes.
Moyes, the masterclass in Moyes.
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 Tell you what,
Give it Giggsy
see
then this
fucking. I know he's just signed a new big contract with West Ham. I said 2 years ago I would love United to buy Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
Like I love him.
But you know what's mental
Just
for
runs
United?
the balls himself. He reminds me of Tevez.
But United have, like, you look back at the days off Moisey, Fellaini, and all those boys. What you would give for that now? It's mental.
Wouldn't
I
give
don't know
much
about-
for Fellaini.
Yeah.
Fellaini was the man. United were winning trophies with Fellaini.
True.
Fellaini won the Europa
He
League,
did.
didn't he?
He did. Yep.
Fellaini's a
I'm not sure
legend.
it's down to him.
I'll say, do you know what I would say about Fellaini that I enjoyed? It was a
His elbows.
it was a very different option off the bench. Like
Yeah.
if we're fucked here, bring Akant on and punt it because he'll win every fucking header, and he did. Like he
And then the
stopped.
dirtiest bastard of all time, Van Persie, he was good for us too.
He was family Club Arsenal as well when he was accused of all sorts.
Yeah, RVP. When a girl says no, molester. That was the chant he got, you know. So I didn't make a chance up. I'm just singing them. That was one from the terrace.
That's fucking mental. That's fucking mental. Oh my god.
Van Persie.
Do you get over to see it, or would you have?
Oh, I think you're gonna have my over Van Persie leaving Arsenal for United. No,
Oh, I would
fuck
hear.
the guy.
Great choice from him.
Yeah, and
First season away, bangs in fucking 30 goals.
Yeah, and
or
that goal he
something.
scored against Villa was just dirt.
He
wasn't it?
scored a couple of silly goals that year,
Yeah.
but that one, that's iconic. That one, I mean, mate, do you know how good that goal is? That's still that's still on adverts for the Premier League. Do
Yeah.
you know what? Garnacho's goal's going on there.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that
Yeah,
goal.
Garnacho.
I've watched that goal. It's stupid, man.
Do you know what? What's your favourite goal that's maybe not the most iconic goal? Like, my favourite Arsenal goal that was iconic was Tony Adams against Everton. Love that shit. But one whenever Arsenal were a wee bit shit and a bit banter, but the best goal I think ever was the goal against Norwich. Just the dink, 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 dink.
Oh,
Love
that's
that
brilliant.
shit.
Jack
Wilshere?
Wilshere.
Yeah,
no,
Wilshere,
that's a fucking
tremendous.
great goal.
And then-
Another great Arsenal goal, Giroud.
Yeah, but then,
fucking,
you know what that rat did? Moved to Chelsea and fucked it. Fucked I loved him.
I thought he was great.
Yeah, he was. But you know what? He's a player we miss. We miss a player like Giroud
Yeah.
now. He's
I,
brilliant. Still banging them in at AC
Favorite
Milan.
goal that United have scored? Fuck. I mean, do you know what? It's Giggs in the
Yeah.
FA Cup semi-final.
Can I tell you a true
Fucking-
story about that? Made me cry.
that goal?
I sat in my house in my
Oh,
Arsenal
fuck, right
goalie
enough,
shirt.
Arsenal, yeah,
in my
sorry.
Arsenal goalie shirt with me scarf on, a hat, crying my eyes out.
I
Navy goalie shirt with a red line.
do you know when I cried that year during Champions League final when it looked like it wasn't happening. And
Do you
then
know
see in the madness, I nearly missed the second goal
Yeah.
because it was just like,
You know where I watched that game? In my old house, and I was in the bath, and I had the bath. And I remember when Basler scored, I went yes, and I was like in the bath, and you could look out, and I had my wee TV in my room, turned around, and I watched the whole game in the bath, like some sort of. And I remember at the end being like, I just fucking drown myself here. Like, I can't go to school tomorrow. All these fucking. If Bergkamp had only fucking scored that penalty, none of these fuckers would have won the treble at Basler.
I remember going to school the next day after that, and everybody was just like.
Nothing
everybody just talked about that all for the next fucking week.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I mean, they've been talking about it in fairness for about 20 years now. Fucking snore. You know, stinking.
I was about to say it hasn't been done, but it has. But anyway,
No, but it won't count because City just bought it. City aren't a real club. They're stinking.
I don't know.
Blood money.
The financial stuff is mental.
It's like a game. If you have unlimited resources, you can buy whoever you want, whenever you want. It's not fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what they say about Pep, the greatest manager of ever of all time. Take over Burnley from Company, mate. Keep him in the Premier League. See a good job.
Take over Burnley.
Here you go. Let's see. Keep him in the league.
Take
over Luton. But then that sexy bastard Rob will be sacked, won't he? He's a big rag, like.
Luton are maybe they might. They'll probably go down
with Burnley and the Sheffield United.
Sheffield offer nothing. Like they're so shit.
You know what? I like that they've brought the old guy back, Chris Wilder. I love that because he fucking loves it. He's like a full Monty style.
He's like a Neil Warnock.
Yeah, Colin Wanker. That's like.
I love Neil Warnock.
Oh, he's tremendous.
See his Twitter and all. It's funny.
He's got somebody right to do like artwork of him, and it's so funny. Every time it'll be like just him doing a pose with like a wee Photoshop background, and the tweet will be an opinion he has about something, and it's just hilarious.
Do you know what I love? I love that shot of him just going like that right up the camera.
Oh yeah, like
that. And then there's so many clips of him fucking losing it in the dressing room. I love them.
He's tremendous. My dad met him actually.
Really?
Once, yeah, and he sent me a photo. He goes, "Guess who this is?" And I was like, "Well, it's Neil Warnock." See?
Guess who this is?
Like, who the fuck do you think it is? It's Neil Warnock. That.
No, I remember that the Giggs goal was like, I shit myself because that.
If you remember like that, that was a big moment for me. Go fuck.
If you remember the first game of that tie, United actually scored and it was disallowed, and it shouldn't have been. I think Keane scored, and it was disallowed, and he was onside.
Yeah.
And it was like, right now there's a replay at Arsenal, or no.
Villa Park.
Villa Park, yeah, there's a replay. I knew it wasn't at Old Trafford. And then there's a replay, and then when Keane gets sent off, and then when Phil Neville gave away a penalty, you're like, well, this is over.
Yeah.
And I remember,
Bergkamp.
What do you call him?
What's he doing?
Beckham scored for United, and then was it Anelka scored for Arsenal?
I think it was Anelka actually.
And then fucking.
That was it.
That penalty was it?
I feel like it was Anelka. Could it have been Bergkamp himself?
I thought it was Bergkamp.
Yeah, it was Bergkamp.
I'm trying to picture the goal.
I remember the penalty, middle of the goal, easy for Schmeichel.
Middle of the goal.
Like height-wise.
Oh, height-wise, yeah. It was a good height.
Yeah, and was soft as well. You know who? Jerry Taggart, there's someone who hits a good penalty. Boom.
Jerry Taggart.
Fucking full power bar every time.
Julian Dix.
Who scored? Who
scored
scored for Arsenal in that game? Was it Bergkamp?
Yeah.
I can't picture his goal.
Yeah.
I think it was from outside the box, a shot that Schmeichel sort of maybe should have pushed around the post.
Because the thing with they were wearing that kit that was nice, but everything crumbled.
I just remember them Giggs. So Giggs picks it up off the air and then just fucking. I mean that's an unbelievable goal. Like.
Yeah, but then you're going David Seaman. It's above you. Stand up, mate. You're safe hands. What are you doing?
That was probably his weak spot though, wasn't it? Stuff like that, lobs and fucking.
You ain't gonna Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny though? Who was it? Who? It is now 37. Who? It's very heavy now.
Naeem from the bucking halfway line.
That's bad.
My dad punched a hole in the wall that night.
I remember that happening. None of us could
Arsenal
believe it.
supporting is just hopes being shattered. All it is are your dreams being ruined.
He's broken.
Just finals. You know what? I remember last one I watched, when we got dicked by Chelsea, and then Iwobi scored the most ridiculous outside of foot goal you've ever seen. You go, where's that been for the last 5 years, Alex? You bollocks, you know. And
Everton.
Yeah, but he's a Fulham now. Fucking
that's right.
Fulham
Mate,
with
Fulham-
Willian and Iwobi.
Fulham are
beat
actually
Arsenal.
good.
They're stinking. But I was watching that. I was on my holidays in Torremolinos, and I was sitting on the balcony on my laptop, and I near fucked the laptop over the balcony. I was so raging. Oh, fucking Unai Emery, and he's.
Unai Emery.
Look at him now.
I would love them to win the league just so Unai Emery can go, fuck you, Arsenal, because that's the final
What, you would never
insult.
got rid of him, no?
No, I would if he was shite, but I mean, you know, the problem with him is he played that same sort of football. He had one tactic, and it was any time they were attacking, they were just susceptible to counter attack, and they got fucking hammered so
Rude.
many times.
What if I'm thinking of other, I mean, obviously you have Solskjaer's goal to win the Champions League. I'm trying to think of other great United goals, because there's
Cantona
screamers.
against Sunderland.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Creme de la
yeah.
creme.
The Caesar
Scholesy. He's a
Skulls
few
banging
absolute,
them in.
Yeah.
There's
a few Beckhams.
Bradford. and
Some of Beckham's goals are rude.
Yeah,
Like, so,
yeah.
like, how that man, like, I think people always like, he wasn't really that good.
Rude against Fulham
Yeah.
for a hat trick,
Yeah.
where he fucking skins
Waved
through,
the ball.
and then before keeper even sets himself, he's already tapped it around him.
Yeah. That was very
Mike
good.
Taylor, NI
Yeah, legend.
international.
No Roy Carroll. He did.
Matic Taylor, what?
He ruined Pedro Mendez's life. Well, Ben Thatcher ruined Pedro Mendez's life, but also Roy Carroll didn't really help Pedro. Pedro
What's
Mendes
this?
had it rough,
What's
didn't
this?
he? Remember, he lobbed him from the halfway line, hit off his shoulder, and he
yeah.
clawed it about a metre
Like,
out.
yeah, it was
And they're
like a full yard
"No,
over, yeah."
He's a big Rangers bastard, isn't he? Roy Carroll,
Is
he
he?
loves it. He loves
he?
Rangers, he loves Linfield, I bet he loves Chelsea too, yeah.
Does he?
Oh, why?
Big Roy, didn't know it.
Yeah. But then, to balance it out, didn't you have your man for a while, the holy goalie?
Gorham.
Coram. Did he play for United briefly?
Yeah, there was that was surely in the Bosnich season,
Yeah.
was it? The Bosnich years.
United just went
2001.
Yeah,
United went banter after Schmeichel. It's hard, seeing you have such an iconic keeper. It's hard to.
yeah, because
And I have another weird one.
Arsenal did okay with goalies, didn't they?
No.
After Seaman,
No.
Jens Lehmann,
Lehmann was good, but once Lehmann went, they had Almunia, they had Fabianski, they had Manone.
Fabianski's a good goalie.
He is now, but he was shocking at Arsenal.
Was he? I don't
yeah.
remember
He was
being
shit,
shit. He was
yeah.
probably just young.
No, but they called him Flappy Hansky, mate. He was terrible.
That's good
Yeah,
banter,
he
isn't
was
it?
terrible. And Almunia. Now, the best thing Almunia ever did was that save in the Watford Leicester
Oh,
game.
that's amazing.
That was
The double
unbelievable. The
save.
penalty, double
He didn't
save,
even
man.
mean to save a second.
No.
That's amazing.
I'll never forgive him for what he did in that Champions League final. Fucking 2 near post goals. You rude.
I was. Do you know what? Arsenal got fucked that
They
night. to
did
be
get
fair.
fucked.
Like,
and I cried again
That's probably
in the Odyssey.
Or Sheila cried whenever United got put out of the FA Cup by Wimbledon. I think 96, 97, where Schmeichel scored an overhead kick to equalise, but it was ruled out for offside, correctly ruled out.
Yeah.
Like, but she cried that night, and my ma cracked up at her, being like, "You get a grip of yourself here."
Sometimes it
You're
is.
like, "Here, they're out of the cup." Like,
Yeah.
but that
I
made
cried
me-
when Arsenal won the FA Cup and Aaron Ramsey scored against Hull.
That was
the
a-
last time.
Was
when
that a
hadn't won anything in
screamer
years.
he scored?
It was Dace.
No, what's
But
the one I'm thinking of?
Santi Cazorla, the free kick.
All right,
They bring us back
big
in.
Santi.
Now there's a player. He was a.
Do you like him?
I love him.
Did you like Samir Nasri before he went to City?
No, because the thing about him is he went to City. He's a rat bastard. Now, Adebayor, I also thought was a rat bastard, but then I strangely respected that goal celebration he did. That's right up my street. there.
Shithousery.
You know, that's next level ball
Yeah.
bag behaviour.
Yeah.
And like what I love about it.
He got in trouble for that, didn't he?
Of course he did. But you know what? Here's the thing. Arsenal supporters are such ball bags. Like, they see at Arsenal fan TV, nothing annoys me more.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
it is.
and then see watching them all running down the steps to throw stuff at him, and he's like, working
See
up
that
your
guy,
bum,
what do you call that
tremendous.
guy who was on the overlap fan debates? Ty?
Uh-huh.
Who
Oh,
just fucking...
There's
just
something wrong with him.
all he does is talk about the Invincibles. I'm
Yeah.
like, will you live? Will you live beyond that?
then he
Like,
always is like, Arsenal win the treble and all every year, and you're like, Ty, shut up. I like the guy Claude that got so angry about Arsenal he died. He was so angry. That fucking Arsenal had a heart attack, just died.
Actually?
Yeah, hated it. And
That's
then there was a guy.
mental.
Then there was another guy, DT, who shockingly was a wife beater too, allegedly.
what do you call the guy then who's on Arsenal fan TV?
I love looking at the wee old man now, and he's just like, there's a video clip of him where he's going, he's done it again, the fucking wee boss, he's fucking done it again. And it's Harry Kane scored against Arsenal. He's so annoyed. He's done it again. But
He's
what I
almost-
hate, there's that guy DT, I can't have him. I'll tell you what he does. He videos himself when watching Arsenal. So when they score, he's like, and it's like, fuck off.
Do you know who I don't like, particularly in United fan stuff? That guy, Goldbridge.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Andy Tate. He's a legend.
No.
Don't care.
Goldberg melts me.
Oh, but he is
Just over the top videos
Not
of
sure,
him.
like he doesn't give a fuck.
But he's like something out of the. He's like something out of the Office. I enjoy to watch it. Oh no! Like, what was it? Was it Man City in the FA Cup final? He's let in a goal after about 10 seconds. That was so funny.
Do you know what was
I
mental?
fancy us today. Oh no!
Yeah, I was watching that. I did that in the limelight. So I was actually.
How was that?
It was brilliant. A
Yeah.
big screen up, and
Oh, he's so nice.
can't do it this year. Oh no, United are still in the FA Cup. Just
Hasn't started
I
yet.
know.
Yeah.
Third round. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're playing Liverpool, so we're out.
I don't know, mate. I think Liverpool might.
Fucking our Arteta will play a fucking shite team.
I would play a shite team in it and try and win the fucking.
No,
league.
I would try and win. You know what? I want Arsenal to win the League Cup. We haven't won the fucking League Cup since fucking Steve Bold scored against Wednesday, and we won back in the day. That's what I miss.
See, whenever I was at that FA Cup final, the big screen, and it was like a projector.
No, it was Andy
thing.
Linegan scored. Steve Bold broke his arm. Sorry.
And I'm standing watching it in reverse, if you know what I mean. I'm on the back side of the screen watching, and I've literally just gone, right guys, enjoy the game, walk around, whistle goes, and I'm going, and I see the ball looping up, and I'm like, deal what, and then when it bounced, I went,
It was an unbelievable striking for him.
and then he just Gundogan just fucking steps onto it.
Why? See if
There's a player I would never have sold as well.
if
What
you
the
won
fuck?
the Ballon d'Or based on a month,
Gundogan. Mate, he won them a fucking treble and they sold him.
I know, but I think he'd agreed to go.
I know, but disrespect, like.
But you know what's going to happen? That wee Aryan bastard's going to come back, De Bruyne, and he's going to ruin everything. And it's going to be
brilliant. Like,
he's too good.
He's
But he's got
brilliant.
like Beckham hair now. It's going to be
do
ridiculous.
you know what melts me? See the players that United have let go in the last few seasons, or actually, rather, let's be serious. The players they let go around Moyes to like.
Van Gaal
got rid of a lot of actually good United players.
Yeah.
I would never have sold Raphael. I would just name a better right back United have had since he left.
Yeah, but he's old now. Like, he
He's
wouldn't
old
still
now.
be playing.
You'd have got fucking 5 more years out of that cunt.
What was the thing Van Gaal always used to say? This is my philosophy.
Oh, philosophy. Every time. Oh, philosophy. Who gives a fuck?
It must also be melting to be a manager, United, though. Like,
sideways passing, though, was the big thing
did you
over
like
him. wasn't it?
Jose? Would you have liked him? To
I
have more
probably
time?
wouldn't have got rid of Jose.
Yeah. But
I wouldn't have.
It's such a dick move with Jose to be like the best thing I've ever achieved is finishing.
I love that cunt.
Yeah.
Do you know what's mental? Even like, do you know why there's certain managers and players who you must hate them because they're at clubs doing well that you hate, but you actually love them and you would love them to be at your club. So there's only maybe like 2 or 3 managers that are like that, and that's for me like Klopp and Jose's one.
I've gone off Klopp massive.
No, I like Klopp.
Yeah, Klopp's a
I like
prick.
Klopp.
See, he just does everything that Liverpool are. Just
No, but see if he
bar,
was,
you know what?
see if
Bar
he was
Sean.
imagine he was at Arsenal.
Yeah, I know.
You would love him being a cunt like
Yes,
that.
I would.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like Roy Keane.
It's like Didier Drogba was a player like this. I used to look at him and go,
fucking
I
disgrace.
used to go, you cunt. See, like
We scored every game against Arsenal, without doubt.
He would plough through 6 cunts.
Yeah.
And then somebody would fucking do that on him. Oh, he's down, right? And I used to go, you can't. See, if he'd been at United, I would have fucking loved him. And it's usually strikers who are like this for me.
Yeah.
And people that are cunts. See Diego Costa in his prime.
Yeah.
I would have loved him at United because he was such a wanker.
There was a video on YouTube of him doing just banter at Chelsea, and he was in a golf cart, and then he got into trouble, obviously, for this. He just ran David Luiz down. And David Luiz was running away, and he's like, ha, and he's hit him with a golf cart. And then the physio was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's classic. Diego Costa's a legend.
Right. We've covered everything here, Dave. From
It's been, a
from
fun
Christmas
time.
to Cafe O to the history of football. It has been a fun time. Shall we wrap?
What about? Shit. Yeah, I'm happy to wrap, yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a lot of fun. Anything you want to plug?
You can listen to the Sly Guy podcast out on a Thursday, and we were going to do an episode, but we don't have time now, so I have to get back in another day. I have to go and play football with these boys. Yeah.
All right, okay.
But listen, this was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was fun. Thanks a million.
But I'm just resting for the next few weeks, so everyone enjoy themselves, look after themselves. And
He's plugging his rest.
Yeah, and rest up.
I will take this moment to quickly just remind you that Grand Opera House tickets for the Phantom of the Opera House, which is a live comedy show, my new stand-up bar that I must tell you all that. It will have music in it, but it's my comedy. They're out on sale at goh.co.uk.
Mind Comedy
right
would
now.
be a good name of the show, wouldn't
Would
it?
it be good?
Mind Comedy. You can just camp it up a bit at the start.
Mind Banff. Yeah. Yours was definitely better. So I will. Those tickets are on sale, and tours out on sale at the minute. Links are everywhere on socials. So see you in the next one. Thanks, a million, mate. Bye. Oh, no.